All right, so if you are getting ready to buy a home or even contemplating entering the real estate market, you may be getting excited about the idea of purchasing your next home. Who wouldn't? But before you get too far down the emotional path that is home ownership, there are some important things you'll want to keep in mind after you apply for your mortgage and before you close on your soon-to-be new home. So with all of that in mind, here are the top 7 common mistakes you'll want to avoid after applying for your mortgage, aka your pre-approval. All right, so number 1, do not deposit large sums of cash. Okay, so when it comes to applying for a mortgage, lenders need to source your money, and cash isn't easily traceable. So before you deposit any cash into your account, it's important to discuss the proper way to document your transactions with your lender. Number 2, do not make any large purchases. I cannot stress this enough. This is incredibly important. When you apply for pre-approval for a mortgage loan, both your credit score and your debt-to-income ratio are incredibly important to your lender. And it's not just home-related purchases that could disqualify you from your loan. Any large purchases can be red flags for lenders. When you make large purchases, this then creates more debt, which in turn can change your debt-to-income ratio. Which, if you are wondering what debt-to-income ratio is described as how much debt you currently have compared to your monthly income. And since higher debt-to-income ratios make for riskier loans, some lenders may become hesitant and you may not qualify for your mortgage. So in short, hold off on purchasing that new car until after you close on your new home. And if you need to purchase new appliances or furniture for your new home, it's probably best practice to run those ideas past your lender prior to making those purchases. Number 3, do not co-sign on loans for other people. Okay, so when you co-sign on a loan, you are now making yourself accountable for that loan's success and full repayment. And with that co-signing obligation comes a higher debt-to-income ratio. And even if you promise you will be making sure that those payments are paid, your lender will have to count them against you. Number 4, do not switch bank accounts. Okay, remember, lenders need to source and track your assets. And if you switch bank accounts, this makes tracking and sourcing your assets that much harder for the lender. So before you transfer any money, make sure you contact your lender and confirm that this is okay. Number 5, do not apply for new credit or close out any existing credit without talking to your lender first. Okay, so it doesn't matter whether it's a new credit card or a new car. When it comes to your credit report, this is run by multiple organizations and other channels like mortgage lenders, credit card companies, or even a car dealership. This will have an impact on your FICO credit score. And lower credit scores can determine your interest rate, and they may even possibly affect the possibility of getting mortgage approval. Number 6, do not close out any accounts. So going off of what I just mentioned in mistake number 5, many buyers mistakenly believe that having less available credit actually makes them less risky and more likely to be pre-approved. But this isn't true. A major component of your credit score is your length and depth of your credit score as opposed to just your payment history and your total usage of credit as a percentage of your available credit. And closing accounts has a negative impact on both parts of your credit score. Number 7, discuss any changes with your lender. Look, when it comes to mortgage approval, being upfront about any changes is incredibly important to discuss with your lender. This can include changes in your income, changes in your assets, changes in your credit, or even the loss of your job. All of these facets are incredibly important and will need to be reviewed and approved by your lender prior to your home loan being approved. If your job or employment status has changed recently, make sure you share this with your lender immediately, as it could have a negative effect on your home purchase. At the end of the day, it's always best to disclose and discuss any and all of your intentions or life changes with your lender prior to making any financial decisions. The bottom line is this: when it comes to purchasing a home, you want your home purchase to go as smoothly as possible. So always remember, before you make any large purchases or move any money around or make any large major life changes, be sure to consult your lender first, and this will help ensure the best possible outcome. Catch you guys next time.